Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tom and we're here to watch the final part of the 15 scariest commercials that actually aired on TV. Now if I can get it to the right point, we'll be laughing. Okay, so we're going to just freeze it there. So, hello, I'm sorry, it's really starting to infuriate me how bad it is when I do parts of videos, which is why I don't really want to have to do these kind of videos again, because it's so annoying, and because I cannot have the resources to fucking edit things. I can't edit out the fucking start. I don't know, it's just annoying trying to find the exact point and sometimes not finding it. It is really annoying. I wish I could do these videos on my laptop, but I just can't. Anyway, here we go, the final part of the 15 scariest commercials that actually aired on TV. The link to the original video will be in the description down below, and if you want more reaction videos like this from me, hit the subscribe button down below. Here we go.
Number 5, Dark and Lonely Water. Again, this PSA aims to scare its viewers into remembering the message it's sending out. The only problem here is that this commercial's audience was mostly young children, and those that remember the ad claim it affected them deeply for several years following. The ad features a cloaked figure, likely meant to resemble the Reaper. A slow and creepy narration explains that this is the spirit of dark and lonely water.
I am the spirit of dark and lonely water, ready to trap the unwary, the show-off, the fool. And this is the kind of place you'd expect to find me.
This figure hangs out near open bodies of water where children play. The first child is reaching for a ball that fell into a pond of some kind, and the figure is off in the distance just before the child falls in and assumably drowns.
But no one expects to find me here. It seems too ordinary. But that pool is deep. The boy is showing off. The bank is slippery.
The next child is doing something similar, hanging from a tree branch to try to reach something in the water. Off in the horizon, we can see the figure again, right before the child falls into the water.
But the unwary ones are easier still. This branch is weak, rotten. It'll never take his weight.
In the last sequence of the ad, a child is drowning in a body of water behind a dump site despite a large sign that reads "No swimming." However, in this case, the child is apparently saved by friends. The figure disappears after saying, "Sensible children, I have no power over them," leaving its cloak behind.
Oh, look, there's someone in the water. Quick, use that big stick to get him out.
Sensible children. I have no power over them.
A young girl walks up and throws the cloak into the water, to which the spirit explains, "I'll be back," in a haunting and echoing voice. Even if the children watching this commercial didn't understand the references of death or the narration, they would likely make a connection between water and this terrifying figure, which would keep them away from water. Well, that was the aim of this PSA. It was also not brought through in a very educational way. It's more of an artistic approach rather than an outright explanation. Of course, plenty of children likely avoided drowning because of being scared away from water, but they were also haunted for several years of their young lives. Even seeing this as an adult is pretty creepy because of the aged quality. Number 4, Baby Secret.
Oh. Here we go. This is where it starts getting really freaky. Now we're in the top 3, but Jesus Christ. I think it's top 3. Why is this number 4? Oh, I can't remember. 4. It is 4. Well, that one was really kind of fucked up if you think about it. I mean, that was more like a fucking advert warning children against fucking hooded figures in the background which could be paedophiles. That was ridiculously freaky. But it's just about to get 10 times worse. Here we go.
Every couple of years, we are blessed to see a new toy for children enter the market that either is completely ridiculous on its own, or it has a horrible commercial that comes with it. From the doll that laughs like a demon, to the doll that poops like a human, all the way to the internationally feared Furbies, toy companies just seem to keep having public blunders. This particular baby doll was released in 1965 and was called the Baby Secret Doll. The idea was that little girls could share their secrets with the adorable doll, and in return the doll would also share its secrets. The idea doesn't sound so bad, but unfortunately there's no ways to avoid making a whispering doll creepy. The baby doll's lips would actually move as it whispered phrases such as, "I want to tell you something," "I can only tell you my secrets," and other generic phrases for the
Mattel's new baby secret. She whispers just to you. Her lips really move. It's almost unbelievable.
Over the years, not only has this commercial gained popularity for being one of the creepiest doll ideas ever patented, but also for past owners of Baby Secret to share some terrifying tales of the whispering doll. People have shared stories that the doll would often say phrases and then never say them again. The thought of the doll would keep them up at night as they thought every whisper in the night was the baby trying to communicate. And of course there are tales of the owners finding recording devices in the doll, but there's been no proof of that one. Well, there haven't been any crazy archived cases of the doll killing entire families. It's pretty easy to picture something like that happening. The best thing that toy companies can do is just stop making talking dolls. Not only are they terrifying on their own, the media has twisted talking and moving dolls into adorable little things from hell. Number 3, Halloween candy. October 31st is the one day of the year where we can all walk around and have fun dressed up as whatever we want. The whole month is also a great source of revenue for companies of all kinds. As many of us know from our childhoods, candy companies make the biggest profit off of the holiday, right next to horror films and costume companies. Not only do homeowners flood their local supermarkets to get pounds of candy for the adorable neighborhood monsters that go door to door, but people throwing Halloween parties get in on the candy as well. And let's not forget the day after sales when all the hungover bumblebees, sexy nurses, and taco suit wearing adults go in for their annual fix of cheap chocolate. With this kind of money pouring into the banks of Hershey's, Mars, and other candy empires, you think they didn't need to post ads to remind consumers that candy is the staple of the costume holiday. Apparently Snickers felt the need for this horrific ad though. The idea was that 2 kids are dressed as an old woman when they meet a neighbor of theirs to remind her that the neighborhood kids love Snickers. The ghastly costume duo then begin to dump pounds of Snickers into the woman's shopping basket as she looks on in horror. She finally manages to walk away and one child peeps through the robe and says, "We are definitely going to her house." Again, the concept itself wasn't too harmful. In fact, it's a pretty cute commercial aside from the absolutely terrifying costume that these children decided to use. First of all, their heights combined create a totally towering and well-built old woman that seems to have trouble balancing. The clothing they use seemed dirty and old, like something they borrowed from their grandma that has been dead for 5 years.
Hello, Mrs. Jensen. You don't have any Snickers in your shopping cart. The neighborhood kids love Snickers on Halloween. Let me help you.
And that mask is like an imitation of drag makeup from Satan's nightclub. Plus, the kids' eyes peering through the holes of the mask make it even worse. Overall, this costume was scarring, but maybe that's the point. Halloween is all about having fun while being scary at the same time, which seems to be exactly what this commercial did. Number 2, the Judder Man. This commercial is so unsettling that it has managed to win the title of Scariest TV Commercial of all time in the UK, and it landed as number 31 in the 100 Greatest Scary TV Moments. The commercial begins with what appears to be a puppet show, where the puppets not only make very jerky movements, but are also depicted pretty scary as well.
Judder Man, my dear, when the moon
That
is
is
fat.
fucked up.
The commercial then follows an elf-like man with spiky white hair that seems to haunt the forest in the winter. He pretty much resembles Jack Frost. He comes upon an unsuspecting traveler and convinces him to drink a meds. The traveler then turns to a puppet. All the while, a poem is being read over the screen by a young woman. Pretty much everything in this commercial is creepy, from the art style to the story to the makeup to the narration. Basically, the only way to understand this one is to have a look yourself.
And Sharpened one said that. Beware the jadder man, my dear, when the moon is fat. Jadder betyder mens och snaps.
Number 1. PS3 Baby. Again, here we see a truly creepy commercial involving a baby doll. As if dolls aren't creepy enough when they're sitting silently in the corner, the media manages to make them even more chilling every day. This ad for the PlayStation 3 features an empty white room with a PS3 on one end and a naked baby doll on the other end. The doll is sitting upright and is facing the console directly. The camera zooms in towards the baby, then closer to the console before cutting quickly backwards towards the doll, who opens its eyes abruptly. The doll then opens its mouth and lets out a simple baby blah blah noise. Then the commercial starts to quickly pick up as the doll lifts an arm, laughs, and blinks quickly. The movements the doll makes are very lifelike, and it's clear the plastic inflate is sentient, so we've already met a horrifying peak to this ad. The baby's mouth moves in unnatural movements, and several noises come out of it, such as manly psychotic laughs. Tears fall from the doll's eyes as warfare can be seen in their reflection. The tears are sucked back into the eyes, and the baby says mama as we see the PS3 floating from the ground. Thanks for checking out this countdown. Be sure to...
Sorry, I hate the fact that my phone keeps fucking falling. So, yeah, they were legitimately terrifying. Would I say the PS3 baby one should have been a number 1? No, I don't think so. I think, personally, the one that should have been number 1 was that Adult Swim one. That one legitimately terrified me the most out of all of them. Apart from the Japanese or Korean advert with the tyres, with the fucking ghost woman jumping at the car all of a sudden. But that baby one was legitimately terrifying. Should be in the top 5, but no one, I don't think so. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video. I finally got to the end of it. The link to the original video will be in the description down below. And if you want more reaction videos like this from me, hit the subscribe button down below. Bye bye.